I actually added this latch as well, and that. Right, nothing too extraordinary here. I have yet to get my heater matrix, which is the Smith's round heater, fixed or subsequently replaced with something else. Apologies for the wind if this is coming through, got a bit windy now. That's why I've got this heater hose basically running back on itself with a tap, but of course that'll eventually go to the heater matrix, and the secondary one, that one in the back will go there as well. Headlight and spotlight relays, I've always added these to my vehicles. Running the standard brakes, I've got 2 original fuse boxes that I've decided to put in there to add more fuses to the system, along with these ones here, because obviously these are the headlight and they're now fused, which is great. And what else have I done? Oh yeah, I just recently put in these more modern type glow plugs, which are the ones that run in parallel. I did that for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because of obviously the traditional ones, if one fails, all of them fail. But secondly too, I've heard of some horror stories where the original pigtails can sometimes snap off and then fall into the combustion chamber and make a mess. So I just thought I'd just stick with a probe type. Everything else is original and standard. Still got the oil bath, filter. I've played around a little bit with the pump timing. I'm going to do some tweaking on that. I've got a secondary pump, and I'm actually going to rebuild the pump and give it a bit more get up and go, because this runs super economically, I must admit, but I do struggle with going up hills. So I think it's kind of like the tap is a bit too closed off. I need to open her up a bit and get a bit more juice flowing. Radiator is holding, and it's doing a great job, but it is very, very damaged. Don't know if you can see that. You can see how there's bits and pieces that are missing. But surprisingly, it as I said, it still holds. So but I've got someone, a radiator specialist, that's looking to give me some quotes for a recall. An additional thing here is these worn M11s. I had them from a Series 3 diff that I purchased, so I thought I'd put them on, and so far they seem to be doing a good job. I've noticed a little bit of speed increase in on the highway and up hills when they're freewheeling. Obviously they're not dragging the rest of the front differential components. Right, tailgate here I still need to restore. You can see here that there's a lot of undercoat, rich primer undercoat, and a lot of kind of surface rust, so that's all got to be done. But ideally I'd like to get a canvas top eventually. Interior wise, I've added these curtains. These are actually ones that I made for the caravan, and they were leftovers, and can you believe they actually are the right size? Not only are the right size lengthwise, but also in drop. So that's been a bit of a lucky thing. Added this rubber mat, and I've got my spare wheel here at the moment. I do want to put it back on the bonnet eventually, but having said that, it's still doing a great job here. These seats are from I believe a county. That's why they're the cloth type. I've taken the seat bases off just to kind of give myself a bit more room here on camping package. So let's move to the front. this is all pretty standard in terms of like the wheel and the gearbox and bulkhead and all that. I've got the Lucas wiper motors, they're the original ones. I actually got these from a subscriber of mine who kindly helped me out with them, so that was fantastic. I love the Land Rover community. What did I do? Oh yeah, added this this door handle. Basically that's a standard door handle that you find in a hardware store, and what I like about it is that it's actually almost identical width to this slip here, so it almost looks like it's made for it. I've also used rubber-backed deep profile hardware store special again. I've got a video on that. I purchased these and they fit perfectly within the channel, you can see there, so that's been a good find as well. And recently I've just added some interior lights, which are effectively just these LED Christmas tree type stuff. Gives it a nice soft glow. Dash wise, this one works, that's not connected, but I've got a replacement for the oil pressure, an actual original old oil pressure gauge, which I've got to get serviced. The dash is slightly different, that's from a Series 3, hence you've got the water temperature there. The charge light originally was here, and the main beam was usually in here. I used to say main there, so I did some wiring and switch these around, so charge is actually there and main beam is this one, so it works quite well. That's still oil, and this is my glow plug when I press the button. So when I press the glow plug, it comes on. And over here I just hacked up a quick USB charger for my phone just for the trip, and I've got a secondary water temperature. Now, one's for the front sender where the thermostat housing is, and the other one's out the back of the block or the head, so I kind of can gauge where things are at, where the coolant temperature is at across the head, really, from front to back. My companion, fire extinguisher, a steering lock, and hardware special again, these welcome mats. The only thing I had to do with these was trim a little bit here and there, and that's effectively the whole size of the mat. So that actually fits like it was meant to be. Again, another same place that I got the door handles from, and the seals, the door seals. I've got a video of me driving this with the roof off and the windscreen down, and I can say that it's a hoot. It's a real hoot to drive it like that. Now, one thing to add to this video is that when I started rebuilding this, I came here with a mate of mine who's also got a 2A88 63 that he's currently rebuilding himself. And I remember coming here with him camping, and I had my disco, and I've got a few photos on my Instagram account. And I said to him, one of the first things I want to do is come back to this beach with the series. And here I am, and look, you know, I know it's hard for you viewers to probably get a perspective on this, but standing here looking at the series at the beach, it's such a relief, you know, like a personal accomplishment. I can't begin to describe it. It's in a sense that, you know, when you've worked so hard, like I said, 2.5 years of a complete rebuild, and at times you feel like you think, what the hell am I doing? I'm never going to finish this thing. To be here and at this beach in the same location, it's yeah, it's fantastic. just love this thing. The simplicity. It just, I mean, it's noisy. The transmission, especially the fairy overdrive, makes a massive whine, and it's bouncy. Yet it's such a fun thing to drive. Anyway, I'll be filming the trip here to this beach, and I'll put it up as a separate video, and you know, see what you think. If you want to know anything else about this vehicle, by all means, you know, put a comment down below, send me an email, and I'm happy to elaborate on anything else that you might want to see on this car. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video.